Nation, the news, from my mouth to your ears. They say, really, ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Jerry Wayne Jones party? Oh, he opened his mouth about some things, right? Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Be sure to slap that notification bell, subscribe, join the nation without hesitations nor deviations to the matter. In fact, let's go. Come on. Yep. Iceberg Q, I see you, fam. Shout out to you, Simmons. Let's go. Jerry Wayne and things. The draft selections. The thoughts. Come on. It's the room, fill up. Let's go. Shout out to you, Jade Lombardi. Let's go. Sharing is caring. Be sure to share this content. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go. You want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk. Raw with the feeling and the desires. Yeah, let's go. Right. Come on. Yeah. Jerry Jones World. Look, man, I get it. You know, shout out to Will Smith for doing his deal out there as far as setting things straight for his loved one, right? I know everybody been hitting me up about that, telling Will Smith told Chris Rock, "Want you to lean forward just a little bit, you know, it's gonna hurt you, it's gonna hurt you. Just lean forward just a little bit, right there." Woo! That's him crying. And shout out to Chris Rock for keeping his posure, you know what I'm saying? And this also is going to create money and avenue for him because he can open up so many specials now, right? He can say, hey, man, let me tell you about the time that Will Smith slapped the bejesus out of me. So that's just how that goes, right? You talking about a man's woman, you know, what are you supposed to do, right? What are you supposed to do, you know, especially if it's personal and it's sensitive as it relates to the nature of what was the joke all about, you know. So I can only imagine if anybody come for mine, I'm doing the same thing off of GP, general principle. That's just how it is. And you guys just know it's just been warned, you know. That's just how it is. Now, like I said, everybody that's here, long as there's no personal attacks, we cool. But, man, as a man in his manhood, sometimes you got to get out of that beta alpha mentality and move over to the alpha male mentality, and that's what we'll exhibit. Now, I don't condone violence over here, and whether or not it's staged or not, the hit was really echoed. And dog it, if somebody tell me, hey, law man, you know, we will write this amount of check for you to get slapped, shoo, not on national TV. I was like, yeah, I agreed to it, but man, it's just the instincts in me, baby. Oh, just the instincts in me, man, to hit back off. So shout out to everybody, man. That was some non-Cowboys news there, but that's just how it goes. So it is what it is. But Jerry Jones.
I want me some glory hole.
Yeah, he wants some glory, man. Here's the thing with all of this, Cowboy Nation. Let me pull this up because I'm quite sure a lot of people, the joke is this right here. Chris Rock Ben, John Stephen Jones making all of the jokes with us, right? Talking about we're not going to get this guy, we're not going to get that person, and we would like for somebody to slap some taste and some information in Stephen Jones' mouth, right? But, you know, that's not going to happen, right? But like I said, man, we don't condone violence over here. But somebody, I truly believe somebody will say, man, can somebody tell Stephen Jones to lean forward just a little bit as it relates to this free agent period, right? Oscar's looking like the Source Award. Appreciate you, Eric. Yeah, it did. But Jerry Jones, I can hear him right now saying that, Jerry Jones can be all mad and upset, and he can be really saying this right here.
Get your damn act together. I don't like your attitude.
Jerry, what's that? What do you say about this whole offseason?
Are you embarrassed? Are you embarrassed as an organization about how the team is playing?
Get your damn act together yourself. Okay?
That doggone Jerry. Boy, we got to love him, though. All right, so this is the information that's going on. Before we go into the details here, shout out to everybody that's watching. I thank you guys for being part of this episode. So what is Jerry saying now? This is from Con. Appreciate you for jumping in. So basically, Jerry, let's get into this first before we get into the other things right quick. All right, so there's plenty of news to come around. And earlier I did a video about Jerry Jones speaking on this topic right here, that they would not dismiss an edge rusher, right? We know that there's edge rushers out there that this team can take a real good look at. I prefer the team to go with a known commodity versus the unknown. But they've been high on Sam Williams, right? You got other guys that could fall. And I don't want the Cowboys to look at the kid from Michigan and say, okay, since he got this injury, we can go pick him up in the second. And then they sell the ideal that, hey, he would have been a first-round draft pick, but we got him in the second. We're going to try to develop him. And I think his name is Ojoba. And no. We need to go ahead and get somebody that can make something happen now. All of this future talk, it gets on my nerves, right? Because the Cowboys been known to saying, okay, we're going to get this guy for the future. We're going to get that guy for the future, or we're going to make this money save for the future and everything. And we don't move the needle. It's just being safe. You got to be able. You got to be able to at least risk it a little bit. But he said that the team is high on interest of a young offensive lineman. With the 24th pick, I can clearly see that Kenyon Green, that's somebody that they brought in for a cup of coffee to work out or what have you. And also Zion Johnson, that's another guy that pretty much, if you pick Kenyon Green versus Zion Johnson, you got to say to yourself, what would be better for the team? A guy that can play guard / tackle, or a guy that can play guard / center? And Zion, he bench pressed that thing 32 times. And Kenyon Green, that big boy, did it 20. And I know that he could have just been tired of something, but 12 more reps is a big eye opener for me. And Zion Johnson is a whole lot faster. Maybe Kenyon Green was just a little tired that day. But neither here nor there. Either of those picks, in my opinion, would be better at guard versus saying, okay, we're going to slide through the 2022 season with Conor McGovern. And quite frankly, I believe both of those guys have a higher upside than Connor Williams, who's gone on to Miami land. Do you guys agree or do you disagree? Appreciate you, Stephen White. Todd Cook, appreciate you. Yeah, shout out to you, Smalls. Appreciate the realistic info. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. I try not to be all animated, it's just how it goes. But it is what it is. What Jerry told him?
We're going to have a good visit, but settle down.
Jerry tell people to settle down a little bit. All right, so when we move up a little further, let me see. Jerry Jones also spoke about, let me see if I can find it right quick. We ain't going to talk about the Dak Prescott situation. There has much to do about nothing. But he was talking about the aspect of, Cowboys' decision to trade Amari Cooper his $20 million salary to the Browns, pretty much stemmed from this belief money could be better spent. money could be better spent. And I'm sitting here looking like, where you spending the money, Jerry? Where you spending it, because we trying to look for the reason why you moved on from a guy. And you saying money could be better spent. So where are you spending your coins? Where are you spending your remunerations? Oh, is it to create more cap space? You did that by extending and stretching out DeMarcus Lawrence, right? Excuse me. I know that the free agency is not over with completely, but most of the good stuff is gone. We talked about this on the final word. It's kind of like that smooth, cool cat that wear too much cologne, try to go to the club, and instead of being in the VIP because he don't want to sit there and pay that, no. Instead of parlaying at the club or what have you, he sits outside the club waiting for someone else to get them all gets greased up with alcohol with the bloodshot eyes. And then when they come stumbling out of the club, then this cool cat on the side of the car said, "Say, boo, hey, yo, come on over here. Let me holler at you. Let me walk you to your car." That's what the Jones family do in the free agency. They don't make their moves inside the club. They don't dance around inside the club. No, in the VIP section, no. What you saying? Oh, it's a $500 two-bottle minimum? No, not your boy. No, I ain't finna do that. I ain't finna pay extra coins to get in the VIP when all I can do is just sit outside in the parking lot and pimp. Who used to do that? Who used to sit outside in the parking lot and pimp? I mean, it'll be the sunlight coming up. The sun is ready to wake up the world, and you still sitting outside talking about, man, I can get me one. I'm gonna holler at her right there. She bow-legged. Look, what? Now she knock-kneed. I got to see her better with the light on. Got to make sure. Yeah, what's up, lady? What's good? This your boy, Steven. Last name, Jones. Let me holler at you right quick. That's okay. You little knock-kneed, you little bow-leg. Hey, it's okay. Oh, you got a scratch right. That's okay. Let me show you around in my penthouse. That's what it goes down to. And that is how the Cowboys do this free agency. But is it a wrong move? Hey, sometimes it's not. Can you pull some dimes at the end? You probably can. But most of the dimes are gone before that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my God. Jay Lombardi, McGovern, yeah. Barely plays, dude. Yeah. Now, Conor McGovern, I like him at fullback, and I like him as a situational situation, meaning that if somebody go down and you got to call big 60-60 to jump into the mix, then you can pull him up and do that. Robert Wilson said, "What are you talking about, man? Oh, Robert, you must never went to the club." Oh, let me break it down for Robert. This is how we move into free agency, Robert. Just like the nightclub, the gentleman that's kicking it in the parking lot. Couple of options. You can go through the VIP line to get in, or you can wait in the long line to get in. And the free agency is the actual dance party where everybody moves and shake in rhythm. That's where the free agency is, And what our strategy is, hear me out, I'm going to say it real closely so everybody can understand, is that we like to sit back and chill outside the club, waiting for them to get liquored up, glassy eyes, right? And on their way out, we shoot our shot. So Bobby Wag, he been bouncing around all throughout this free agency. We've been playing around with it. That's an older lady. You know what I'm saying? You guys get what I'm saying? The honey badger, that's the older lady. So all of these people, hear me out on this beautiful analogy. Shout out to the final word. That all of these people that we wait too long, they done already got scooped up. So we looking for The stragglers, the one that's tipsy, the one that's easy plucking, basically. Parking lot pimping, ain't that right, Browns?
Want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
So we don't want to pay. Look, we ain't finna pay for no drinks, That's what we do. And is this philosophy flawed? No, it's not. You can still, if you smooth enough, you can probably pull one. It may not be a dime. Maybe adjustable 5 or 6. All the dimes are gone, baby. And that's all I'm saying. Honey Badger drunk. Swagger, yeah. Robert Wilson said, beautiful analogy. Because we all fellas, we've been there. Now, the ladies, y'all going to have your own show to create a ladies version of that. I don't know the ladies version of that one. But I just know that the ladies, they operate different. But some of y'all ladies are going to be like, man, I haven't been out to the club in a long time. But neither here nor there. Jerry Jones split from Amari Cooper, Randy Gregory. No surprise, Cowboys to trade, not match the Broncos' offer. So let's get to this conversation right here. When you say you have love and adulations for someone, you make time, you make reasonings to put things into place. Now, the Jones family, what they did, hear me out, they said, we really like Randy Gregory and we really like Dalton Schultz. But what they did is they have this thing called, and I'm going to try to use this analogy, an engagement ring, right? Doesn't mean that you are married to said person. It's just a statement piece saying that, hey, this one's mine, so we're going to work something out, and we're going to plan accordingly. So it's like a proposal. They proposed to Schultz. They told Randy, we're just dating, but feel free to date someone else. That's another analogy. So what Randy did was he went out into the open market. They said to Schultz, no, you my boo. I'm going to lock you down. Here's the engagement ring. It's worth about $10 million, close to 11. But if anybody want to come scoop you up with a bigger offer, they will have to then in return buy the sun and the moon for to get into that date with you, because this is an exclusive date. That is what they did with Schultz. They said, Randy, you've been around the corner for a few minutes. We're going to let you test the market, basically. So what happened is that Schultz, no one said, we're going to give the Dallas Cowboys 2 first-round draft picks for you. They started laughing. They said, no way, man. We're going to give you 2 first-round draft picks. So he's set on the market. He's still on the market. Nobody's willing to pay the Cowboys 2 first-round draft picks, by the way, for Dalton Schultz. So either the Cowboys can rescind this particular engagement or rescind the franchise tag by midway June. I don't think it's a hard deadline, but it's mid-June. Or he can play on the franchise tag, play with that engagement, or they can sit down and say, okay, let's work out this long-term agreement. But back to Randy Gregory, so I can speak it to you guys in these terms. Randy Gregory got a chance to taste and hear from other people and see the market for what his value is. Whatever the money value rate was originally for Randy Gregory, it could have been a low situation. It could have been a low ball from Stephen Jones saying, I'm willing to give you XYZ money to play for the Dallas Cowboys. And while he's not under the franchise tag, Randy Gregory got an offer for $70 million from the Denver Broncos. We're not even going to talk about the language. So what happened is what has happened to everybody. This is your value now. This is what we consider tangible value for this particular asset. And the Cowboys had the chance and the opportunity to match, but you guys know how this thing goes. When somebody else showed that they can present something bigger and better and smoother for you, and now it's time for you to double back, it's kind of like you now considered sloppy seconds. If you think I'm lying, take a girl on a date, woos her a little bit, and then come back to the house and chill, and then say, okay, all right, cool. You are freely to date anyone else you want. And just as smooth as you may think you are, the other person could be even smoother. You know what I'm saying? Can woo her just a little bit more and give her the things that she wanted up front without conditions tied to it, without past history associated with it. And now that she's looking at it like this, hey, you had my back for all of these years. You presented some good stuff to me. But I prefer it over here because I won't have this weight over my head. I don't have to perform a certain way. Whereas you telling me that the only reason why I am who I am is because of you? No. I'm going to go somewhere and start my own pathway and blaze them how I want to. And that is what Randy Gregory ultimately did, because the original offer could have been disrespectful. You know, that's just how it goes. So when you double dip just like that, that's just how it is, Cowboy Nation. This coaching staff know how to develop players. Yes, I agree. Who said that? This is Christian. Appreciate you. Yes, I believe that even though we don't have a Randy Gregory, even though we may be looking into the draft like Jerry Jones said to the beat writers and all of the media people, even though he literally said that, hey, we're going to be looking at tight ends. I truly believe that Will McClay, Chris Hall, and all of those boys there will figure things out. It's just that they have to fight from way down here. It would have been an easier fight if you already had picked up O.J. Howard for a cup of coffee. If you already picked up the other linebacker, I forgot his last name, White. I think his last name is White from the Chargers. He went off to the Eagles land or what have you. If you'd have picked up him, juxtaposed to reeing up LVE and Luke Gifford and all of those guys, I think you could have danced a little bit better in developing talent, especially even if you go out there and put out a legitimate offer for Bobby Wags, although he's been passed around now. I think that this team would look better. That's just from my perspective. You know how this thing goes, Cowboy Nation. So, and somebody said if the Cowboys land Jelani Woods, I'm trying to look for it. Shout out to TJ Lombardi. If the Cowboys land Jelani Woods and the Dallas, I don't think we pay Schultz after this year. This is Jay Lombardi. Quite sure that could happen. You can rescind the tag. I think you can rescind the tag. And I could be off. Y'all let me know. You guys please let me know if that's still the same ruling, that you can rescind the tag after mid-June. Like if you didn't come up with a long-term deal, you can say, okay, all right, I rescind this franchise tag that recoups $10 to $11 million back into the kitty, right? And now you have also, hear me out, the $10 million that you're going to get back from reserve from Lyle Collins. It is what it is. I believe we should see Pollard more in the slot. Schultz is better numbers than Goddard. We have a better quarterback than whoever Dallas had over there, so that's why the numbers are going to look better than Dallas Goddard. But as far as hand-to-hand, feet-to-feet, motion-to-motion, Dallas Goddard versus the Schultz, I think that those guys are pretty much neck and neck. But I would tell you guys this, though, for real, and hear me out. Hear me out, Cowboy Nation. This particular team, the way they handle some of the off-season moves sometimes can tarnish the other beliefs of the free agent guys that's supposed to try to come here. That's just how it goes, man. William Anthony says, no, Schultz already signed. That means you can't rescind. Let me see. I trust you, man, William. Can you rescind? Let me see. Hold on. Contract. No, I can't spell right there. Send. Come on, God dog it. Oh God dog, man. Tags. All right, let me go. By dog boy. Risk live. Come on, give me the rulers. Give me the rulers on it. Can a team rescind a tag? No. Doesn't immediately sign the tender. It can't be rescinded once it's signed. Okay, yeah, you're right. All right, you're right. God dog it. So once it's signed, it's in blood. So Cowboys, let me put it out here for everybody. It's difficult typing on this thing. All right, so you're right, my dog. You can't rescind it once it's signed, basically, and it's in the information there. You can't rescind it. Franchise tag once it's signed. Once it's signed, it's like sealed. So our biggest hope would be this: I don't want him to play on the franchise tag. Oh my gosh, I don't want him to play on the franchise tag because let's do this. Let's do this. That is $11 million. We're just gonna round up. That's $11 million. It's immediate cap hit, right? Whereas you could have extended the guy with a 3 to 4 year deal, and it would have been only like a 3 to 4 hit, give or take, and then you would have him for multiple years. So if this dude do a situation where it's Schultz's numbers, I'm gonna be real with you guys. If Schultz don't get injured, I'm gonna knock on wood because I don't want nobody to get hurt or what have you. So if Schultz ball out like crazy numbers, what's going to happen to his asking price? It's going to go up, right? And we've seen this happen multiple times with the Cowboys organization. DeMarcus Lawrence, I'll never forget, his APY would have been like 13 to maybe close to $14 million. But by him playing on their franchise tag and trying to earn and prove to everyone that he's worth a Khalil Mack's contract, it jumped from literally $13 million to $21 to $22 million. And I will never forget, and that's APY. And I was like, God, dog, man, come on, man, pay the man, or put a tender on him so that he can go to another team and be traded so it can be one of those. Breaking news out of Oxnard, DeMarcus Lawrence is now traded, with 2 first-round draft picks to the Buffalo Bills or, any of those teams that was looking for a legitimate defensive edge guy, because remember, he had 14 sacks and then he doubled back with 10 or 11 or something like that. If you don't want to pay him. Now, granted, show of hands, who all in favor of DeMarcus Lawrence since that time frame, since he had those 2 back-to-back tag years, and then they tagged him the second time, but they worked out a long-term deal. So it's like going back into the same thing. and on top of that, Cowboy Nation, let me say this. Thank everybody for watching, for tuning in. Let me see. D-Law wouldn't have gotten 2 first-round draft picks. Come on. This is from Madman. I think that's how you say that. How do you figure? Think about this. You looking at D-Law from the lenses of being a Cowboy, and you're looking at it also from the lenses of what his production became. But if you look at it from the lenses of the guy that gave you 14 sacks, think about there are desperate teams out there. And if you look at it when he doubled back and he had 2 back-to-back double-digit seasons, you have to look at it from those eyes, not from the eyes of a Cowboy fan, but looking at it from the eyes of there were teams with crazy cap space that was willing to pay. Just like the old argument that Dak Prescott is not worth $40 million. Or is not worth $35 million, or is not worth $25 million. Every single year, that money went up. When all you had to do is pay Dak Prescott that first time around, before the 2018 season, $25 to $28 million. You hear what I'm saying, Cowboy Nation? Smooth mix, light skin says D-Law sucks to me, right? But I feel you, though. Schultz is easily replaceable. I feel you on that, too. I look at his last season only. Yeah, but we talking about, we going all the way back. We're going all the way back to 2016 to 17. No, 17 and 18. I think D-Law was hurt in 16. So 17 and 18 is when we looking back at D-Law's production. And that was the whole reason not to give Dak Prescott the 25, because the Jones family was saying we have to pay DeMarcus Lawrence. But neither here nor there. I would give Dak that $25 million over 30. I feel you, fam. But that's just how it goes. Just reload at tight end in the draft. We got so many possibilities with tight end in the draft. You are right. I like Isaiah Likely. I do like that. There's another kid out there, Jelani Woods. I like him. Ferguson, I think that you can re-up with him as well. Based upon what this team looking like in this particular draft, you have the you got McBride too, so you got guys that you can really pay attention to into this draft. You got Jeremy Ruckert, I think that he committed, right? And then you also have Cole Turner. So you got people that you can kick around and say, all right, if the Cowboys made a foolish decision to pay $11 million to Schultz, man, it can be a one-year situation, and we can let him go at the end of the next season. But trust me, Trip Aces says, yes, I love Likely. Yeah. Trust me on this one right here. When we look at this thing, from where we at now, on March the 28th, it seems grim. But after the draft, after we hear this music a couple of times, man, it can set up a whole bunch of other things, baby. All right, so public trust is what I have in the title here. Schultz is a team player. Brooks, this is from Brooks. Well, team player would have been like, hey, you don't have to franchise tag me. I tell you what, let me go with a 3-year deal for 3-year deal for $23 million or something like that. That would have been real team friendly, right? But that's a situation, the story of a different day. I believe these players should get their bag, by the way. All right, so let's go talk about this right quick, and then I'm only going to touch on it briefly. This was Jerry Jones. He also spoke on the concerns of his workplace cultural, and he said that the $2.4 million settlement was to come to light. He called the decision settled nearly 6 years ago in the best interest of the people. Basically, let me show you why. He said this right here. More from Jerry Jones, the settlement was in the best interest of everyone involved, including the fans. Now, we all know how all of this stuff goes. When you're talking about a legal situation that you have to go into court and things are being brought out, right? People that you think highly of. And you think, hey, this person can pretty much do no harm, or this person have no ill wills to this organization. When you start doing the investigation for the nation, it starts to open up everything. And basically, we know, we can read in between the lines, Rich Dalrymple and all of those boys there. Something went on more egregious than what is led to be. And the stuff that was leaked out allegedly about this and that, we can all know that this would have been drawn on and on and on and on. But there's truth to everything, right? There's a little truth in it,
Want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
And basically, he said that the Cowboy fans would not be able to handle the truth. So this was a good move for everyone, including the fans. Now, I still think that it's also bad news because you can't continue to operate in the dark and not expecting things to come out to the light. You can't do that. Things are going to eventually come to truth. And it may take the truth a long time to come knocking at your door, but it's getting up and it's walking. It's continued to walk. I would never forget a good movie Denzel Washington played in it, and it was The Inside Man. These guys pretty much, and I'm not saying that Jerry Jones is that old man in that movie, but these guys pretty much robbed the bank from inside. And on the phone, he told Denzel Washington, hey, I'm going to walk clean through those doors. You know, I'm going to rob whatever I'm going to take, and I'm going to walk clean through those doors, and I'm going to walk out. And it's a real brilliant movie. I think Spike Lee wrote the movie or what have you, but it was about the truth. That old man created all of those wealth and riches, multi-billionaire, had all types of yachts and pretty much things that he can just snap his finger to and buy them because he had all of the money. But the truth was he got it in a sleazy way. He got it through horrible war crimes where he stole half of the money and the assets, right? But the truth took his time. And, man, it's a real good movie, The Inside Man. Go look it up. Let me see if I can pull it up right quick. It was a real good movie, man. It would have you really pondering your mind about it. You know, real good movie. This movie right here. Yeah. That dude right here says, hey, I'm going to walk clean up out of the bank without being touched. And Denzel Washington, you know, he had an issue with the lady that he was dating. And it all ties in, believe it or not. The lady that he was dating, he was saying that basically that he don't have enough money to marry her. And this guy right here in the movie, he was saying that, hey, if you really love her, it don't matter. It don't matter, basically. Just love who you love and go and marry her. And this lady right here, she played a wonderful role. She was like the cleanup person. She was like Rich Dalrymple in this movie. She was a cleanup lady. She was a lady to clean up stuff, make things right, you know. So it is what it is. Good movie, man. Check out The Inside Man. It was a real good movie. Shout out to y'all, man. It was a thriller, yeah. Keep you at the edge of your seat, man. And good movie, man. Good movie. I can't stress that out enough. All right, so this is what happened earlier. And, of course, they go into more details. And Jerry, about the whole situation, shout out to Jerry, he still looked younger than Steven, believe it or not. But here's what he said about going into details about the 25-year-old lady that's supposed to be his daughter, allegedly. That, you know, we can't say that she is or what have you, but he said it as personal. That is personal. That's what he did. So that's enough of that, Jerry Jones, before they come. You know, she was the fixer. Yeah, William Anthony, before they come knocking on my door and say, law, you know. FBI, open up! Before they come knocking on my door, let me get off of that conversation, though. But you guys get how this thing goes. They made The Inside Man Part 2. Well, see, some movies you just can't touch. Was Denzel Washington in it? If he wasn't in it, then they shouldn't have made The Inside Man Part 2. They shouldn't have made it. They should have just left well enough alone. Unless you got Gene Hackman or somebody coming into the Part 2 or you know, you got a whole host of other people. Like what I can really watch is Ocean 11, Ocean 12, all of those ocean movies. Yeah, you can continue to make those because they got some solid actors in there, you know? Some movies you just can't remake. Like another movie that I saw that they should have just left alone was Taken. Like all you needed was Taken 1. You shouldn't have Taken 2, Taken 3, Taken 4, all of those other Takens. No, because it would have just been took. I would have just had one Taken movie and that's it. Don't touch it again. Jerry, you are my father. Shout out to you. She belongs to the streets. Yeah, if you keep getting missing, you look. Now I saved you one time. Now how can I save you again?
Fatality.
Oh my gosh, man, Cowboy Nation. Appreciate y'all for jumping in. Yeah, you know, Sam, yeah, he said, Law, you speaking facts over here. Yo. So all in all, Cowboy Nation, the updates are we are focusing in on offensive line. That's why I'm primary in this draft. Edge rusher, tight ends. That's what Jerry Jones spoke of. Offensive line, edge rushers, tight end. BD Gray says we got 10 Fast and the Furious, but only one Gone in 30 Seconds. Because that's all you needed was Gone in 30 Seconds, and I would rather watch Gone in 30 Seconds over and over again versus all of those make-believe Fast and the Furious movies. But if you're only gonna look at it from the mindset that this is entertainment only, then watch the Fast and the Furious series there. But Gone in 30 Seconds was a brilliant movie, by the way. Boy, we becoming a movie bus channel over here. But I really like Gone in 60 Seconds. Gone in 60 Seconds, though. Not 30 seconds. Gone in 60 seconds, right? Gone in 60 seconds, right? You got me. Is it Gone in 30 seconds or Gone in 60 seconds? Come on. Help me out. But these movies is just like the NFL. They're entertainment. And at the end of the day, just like that, it's going to be a situation that when we look back at this, we're going to be saying to ourselves, Dallas Cowboys, what in the world happened this offseason? How did we get to this point? It's going to 60 seconds, yeah. I'm kind of quite sure, yeah, going to 60 seconds. Haven't seen any of the Fast and Furious movies since the fifth one, Jay Lombardi. Oh, my dog's like, you owe me a 10-second car. You know, I always wanted a 10-second car. Yeah, they do. And which one are you guys? Y'all like the old classic American old school cars, or you like the European foreign cars? Y'all let me know, too. BD Gray, it was 60 seconds, I was wrong. Yeah, see, BD Gray, you were wrong, I was wrong with you, man. I was rolling with you, too. 30 seconds, gone in 30 seconds. Did it hit me? I'm like, wait a minute now, you know. Gone in 60 seconds. Oh, Eleanor, you know. Oh, my gosh, man. Jerry's not family, nor his family will ever sell. Jerry nor his family will ever sell. Nah, look. The name of the game is becoming a multi-billionaire and owning one of these teams. NBA franchise, MLB, or the NFL. That's the name of the game. If I ever get like multi-billion dollars, you know, Jerry said he would foreign cars. Yeah, Jay foreign guy. It's Shelby GT 500. Pray for Chris Rock. Justin, you crazy. Here's the thing, Cowboy Nation. This particular season, heading into the 2022 season, we'll find out what's all going to happen, collectively speaking. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. That's all the information I have for today. We're going to get back to other things throughout the day, but I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Let's go.
Are you
Bye.